All right. What's going on? It is Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. It took like 2 minutes for the live. I hit like go live and then it just took like 2 minutes for it to start. Anyway, Mark's kind of ripping right now. And so let's just dive right in. Get my screen up here. All right, here we are. Market is kind of ripping, but you can see we're doing this huge rips, huge dips. So let's go in some technical levels here. All right, now let's see if we can trade this monstrosity. So we ripped just a second ago, all the way from 39.39 up to 39.55. We just ripped like 10 bucks. I saw this move happening. I was trying to live while this move was like right at the very beginning of this move. And I was like, come on. It just wasn't starting. A lot of volatility in the market today and a lot of volume. This is the just change the color of this. Change to blue green. So this is the area that we look for to have about that much volume there. And oh, the music's too loud. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to. Is that better? Sorry, I know it like stopped showing the music or playing the music if I stop sharing my screen. How's that sound? Perfect. Okay, good. Tiny, just do comments like in the YouTube chat because if I go and try and answer in Discord, it's basically just going to show our Discord chat history. So I try not to do that. Big drop off now. Sorry, I know I might not have answered immediately in the comments either. Major drop off that 55. Look at that rejection from 55 all the way down to 45. 45. I'm going to be very careful today because this is some pretty insane volatility coming in. What do we got on the news for today? Let's find out. So we got on. So yesterday we had the trade deficit. Today we have productivity revision. We have unit labor cost revision and consumer credit level. The consumer credit level comes out at noon. This one is likely going to be one of the more important reports. That one comes out at noon today. And it looks like it is forecasted to be 26 billion, up from 25 billion the prior month. So falling down a lot. I don't see a trade I like yet, although this one would have been the one that I was trying to get involved with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute pullback. we're going to look for momentum moves like this, and then we're going to look to scalp or take like a single or a double off of this, like off of this kind of move. So we see a hammer candle forming right now, which is kind of similar to what you would see here. We saw these two hammers form, and there was a third hammer here. We saw these two hammers form before we saw this rip up. So right now there's a downward hammer, and then flat there, and then we've got this one starting to pop a little bit after some cooling on the TTM. 3.0, 4.7, 5.6, 6.8, and then fall off. Fall off went from 5.1 to 4.9 to 3.8 to 2.7 to 1.7 on the current candle. Or sorry, 1.7 on the previous candle, and then 0.7 on the current candle. So we fell down to the 50 EMA. We're looking for some bounces off the 50 EMA. Right now 9 is below 12, and we kind of got a green hammer candle, so we could just push downward. Right now it's like in between. It could just drop really fast, or it could start pushing back up, because we are holding support at this 50 EMA a little bit, but we've also got declining buying pressure on the CCM, and we've got the 9 below the 12, and we're nearing a 1226 crossover to the downside. So we have certain things that are working towards the downside, and then there it is. So the other thing that kind of set it off for me to think about a downside move was that this is a green hammer candle and not a red hammer candle. You can see back here, this is what a red hammer candle does, and then a green hammer candle can do the opposite. So we got a 1226 crossover to the downside. We'll take a short here. I wanted to get it earlier. So we did get that short. It was a $375 trade in the sim. I took that short because we just got this 1226 crossover to the downside, and then we were also getting a red on the TTM from 0.8 out to 1.6, which is pretty momentous, honestly. Add 0.8 to 1.6, move of 2.4 momentum to the downside. That's pretty powerful move. For these downward candles, volume's been about 5,000 to 4,000 per candle. Got a green hammer again here. 1.6 to 2.7 on TCM to the downside. What's up, Spac? You know what, Tiny? I think you're right about the 3-minute candle. I think I actually need to be taking a look at the 3, and just by you saying that just reminds me that I need to take a look at the 3. I think I was just kind of caught up in the momentum that was happening right now. On the 3, it looks like we have a possible 5,200 cross. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. You can see the 50 is getting really close to the 200 cross, and actually we're stacking up on the TTM on the 3-minute chart. You can see 1.9 to 2.9 to 4. This is going to break out. It looks like it's going to break out. I'm not going to say it is or it isn't, but it looks like it's going to because you can see the stacking happening. And you can see this 5200 cross forming right here. Let's check the 5 before this cross happens. 5's all over the place on the TTM style. So the 3 minute is really one of the ones that I want to base this off of. So we can see 4.9 now to 5.3. I'm going to put this at 20 ticks. And this is the day that we could take some swings too. Try to get in there at 43. Okay, we got the entry at 43. And we're looking for a move up to 48. That's a pretty hefty move, but I think it can do it. Our next 3 minute candle is at 7:45. It's currently 7:42, so we're on this current 3 minute candle. The next 3 minute candle is going to be the one that we're looking for as the push up. So that would look like likely a red yellow on this CTM over the next minute or so. I'm going to jump to the evaluation side where I'm also going to be cautious here. Our entry on this side is 43, so our entry is really good on the sim side. I'm just gonna wait for this red to yellow move, which I think will likely happen here in the next minute. We have this possible crossover forming as well, which is a 1226 crossover. Which would be very beneficial for this move upward. 7:45 is the area that I'm looking at for that 3 minute candle with 5200 cross. We're at 7:44. From 3.5 to 4.1 to 4.4 on the TTM on the 1 minute chart. It really looks like a breakout is like inbound, but I might go for 5 ticks here. I'm just waiting for that red yellow move. Honestly, I feel like I could have entered in, like got a really nice entry here, but I'm hesitant to do that. Just come on. I really want this to take place. 4.18 to 4.2. We're super close. Let's see what the next candle brings. Enter there at 45. Order 45. Looking for a move up to 46.
Order
There
filled.
we go. We just got 5 contracts, 5 ticks. That puts us up 290.70 on the day. There's that red to yellow move that I was talking about. And on this one, I'm looking to get this full 20 ticks that we entered in at 43. We're looking to get out of 48. I think that is very possible. A nice move there from that red to yellow. We were able to capture a good 5 ticks in the eval side. I think it's a good day to push. Just make sure that we're pushing with our own strategy and that we're paying attention to that. This is starting to drop, so I'm going to take that profit off. We made 900 on that trade, up 1200 on the day in the sim, up 290.70 in the evaluation. Good day so far. Going to keep it that way. For some reason, my trailing drawdown is at 18.13. That's weird. I didn't lose any trades yesterday. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure we can get it right back up to 2K. It's not a big deal. 559.60 is where we're at in the eval out of 3,000. We did a reset a couple days ago, so we had a fresh eval start yesterday, and so 1 second, y'all. I'm just gonna blow my nose real fast. Still getting some of the stuff out from the sickness. All right, we're back, and it's continuing to push up. We had a little pullback there, which looks nice, and then we got this push up now up towards 50. Watch out for a little bit of resistance here at 50. I'm gonna see if I can get an entry, not at 20 ticks, but maybe like 12 ticks, and I'm going to see if I can get an entry off 48. Entered at 48. Looking now for a move up to 50.75. It was a really quick pop. It was a really nice move. There we go. We got that trade up 21.75 on the day. That was a very, very nice trade. Just off that pullback and pop. Wow, that was so like picture perfect. Right here at 39.50. A little bit hesitant to take a trade in the eval right now, just in case there's a slam down off of 50. I don't think that we're going to slam too heavy down if we do, but you know how it is with the evals. I mean, you got to be careful to not get caught in that kind of stuff. But move from 3.7 to 2.8 to 1.4 on the TTM. This is like really nice momentum. We haven't seen this kind of momentum in weeks, like about a whole month. We really haven't seen momentum like this. And it's a very exciting trade day as a result. I just remember that as we become excited, we don't become impatient and overtrade. Entered there at 49.75, and I'm looking for a move now up to 53. I believe that we did get that 5,200 crossover here. Yes, we did. That was that pop up, and we're popping up off of this move here, off that 50 zone. Coming to the eval side, we've got pressure there. Looks like at like 52. Our entry on the sim side is at 49.75. And we've pulled back now to that level. And we're just getting a cyan switch on the TTM 1 as well. Just gonna check in with y'all real fast to see how things are going. We got a lot of people watching today, and a lot of comments in here. Yeah, I do practice off stream. Looks like it ripped up. Damn. Let me get my charts back up. I just missed the move. I was checking in on the comments. We're actually making new highs now. I tried to just enter in there just a second ago. Missed the move on this side. Basically, I was checking it right here when it was pulling back some down at like 52 and ripped up to 55. We did get this trader up 3,075 in the day. We haven't taken any losses in here yet, and I want to keep it that way. You can see here, so this is the area that we rejected heavily twice, is 39.55. We have a couple of things that are different this time around, though, which gives us some potential pressure to be able to do this. One of the things that's very different is on the, you can see on this one, this was not the case. So on this third one here, the 50 EMA has now crossed above the 200 SMA. To me, that gives it a lot of confidence to be able to push past this zone that it's been really struggling at. Question now is, how high does this go? Where does this go? I'm gonna pull this out to maybe a 5-day chart and see if we can see the next area. Really, the next thing I see listed in what we've done for tech analysis is 62. So in that case, I'm looking for caution then at 60. So we're up here at 57, 56, and momentum is moving fast. 1.5 to 3.9 to 5.9 to 7.8. Jeebus, Crisco, this is so much move on that. I really wish I took this part right here, because now that we're at these highs, I feel a lot more hesitant and sketched out to take moves. Taking moves near the high is incredibly risky, and you can see like how much that's pulled back from 59 down to 57. I mean, that's a lot. That's 8 ticks. Selling pressure coming in. Bulls are fighting it. You can see right here, this is the bulls bears chart. You can see the bears are slightly winning. If this shows no green or no red like this one here, that means there were more buys than sells. And then the blue is the total volume. So on this one, there was the green, the red outweighed the green on sells, and then this was the total volume, which is the green and red put together. I tried to get a move like right here when it was beginning to rip, but it just didn't get filled. Pulling back now. You're up 162.50 on the day. That's awesome. Need to leave alone so I can participate tomorrow. I understand. You've been green since 5:30? Congrats. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We're up 3,075 in the sim today, and we're up 300 in the evaluation. 290. Got a pull and pop. Pulled back down to 55. Now we're popping back up to 57, 58 area. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It really does help the channel grow a lot more than you might think. And it helps our community grow inside of our Discord group as well, which is a place where like-minded optimists can go and talk about entrepreneurship, trading, investing, crypto, anything, philosophy, all that type of stuff is going on there. Your philosophies on trading, your ideas on trading, all that stuff. It's a place where you can have a voice. So please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, because it does help our whole community grow. Okay, so running into resistance there, you can see right here at this, I'll put it right at this level here, which is about 57.5, running into resistance there. I don't know what I want to do with this now, just because it's kind of hitting these highs and it's rejected a couple of times off these highs. And so I think that it's going to need to consolidate here before we see another big move up. Also, too, when it's making these highs, excuse me, it's incredibly risky trading. It's like if you look at what happened, like here, we hit these highs and pushed all the way back down. Then the second time we hit these highs and we slammed down to VWAP up. And then now that we're pushing back up, if we pull back and I would say that if we do pull back, I want us to hold 39.50. I think 39.50 is a really important level, and I think holding that would be very psychological for a lot of traders. So if we do pull back, I would say holding 39.50. If we can hold that, then I think that'll move towards 39.60. Looks more stable. Although we are, like I said, we are consolidating in this zone, and so consolidating here could act as its own support and pop up to 60 as well. By the way, guys, if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. Wonderful customer service. You can earn funding as low as $10,000 and as high as $300,000. Me personally, I'm working on earning funding for the $50,000 evaluation, which allows me to take 8 contracts on the mini and 80 micros with a $2,000 trailing max drawdown and a $3,000 profit target. We've gotten really close to hitting this a couple of times and then failed like right at the very end. So we're going to make sure that we're remaining patient no matter what. Also, guys, too, if you guys are looking to earn funding, make sure you click the See More Details link so you can understand all the rules and everything like that. There's a link in the description as well as a promo code. And that promo code will actually lock in a lifetime discount on any of the plans that you see here. The one-step evals, which I personally think are one of my favorites. The static drawdown evaluation, which is also a really nice and easy to understand one. There's the end of the day drawdowns, just more like to traditional prop firm. And then the fast track evaluations, which are obviously a lot less expensive, but you have a maximum of 14 calendar days in order to earn funding these ones. The other ones have no maximum. Just make sure you click the See More Details so that you can understand the plans. What's up, Origin Code? Good to see you. Strong momentum today. We got that consolidation happening here. You can see a little bit of cooling on the TTM from 9.8 to 10.0 to 10.0 to 10.8. Or 9.8 again. Like I said, a pullback to like 39.50 to me seems fine. So long as we hold 39.50, which is actually right where the EMA 35 has moved its way to. I'm gonna check the 5-minute chart. So the 5-minute chart is also working on a 50-200 crossover, which you can see right there. This is probably, if I had to guess, that is maybe about 15 to 20 minutes away, maybe even 30. I would say 15 is the more likely number. And as far as the TTM stack goes, we went from 3.1 to 5.1 to 6.5 to 8.4. So we are continuing to stack up on the TTM. You can actually see that I think we're actually kind of popping up off that support level in those consolidation zones now. Coming up for another test of that resistance level, and it looks like we're blasting through it. Entered in at 58.25. Wanted to get in at 58, but and I'm looking for a move up to not 61. For a move up to 60. It actually pulled back pretty heavily off that pop. That pop ended up with a lot of selling pressure that you can see with this. I'm actually gonna cut this trade. The trade for a $750 loss. It might pop up, but with this big down wick here, of course it did pop up to almost my entry point. I could have cut it with a flat or close to a flat. With that big down wick though, that's a lot of selling pressure right there. So, which we could see right here on the Bulls Bears. You see the buys relative to the sells, and that's happening again. We have a lot of selling pressure coming in. That candle did make a new high though. Big up wick at 39.60 and a quarter. Just hanging back during this consolidation. I don't want to trade through it. A lot of times when I try to trade through consolidation, that's where I end up losing. Obviously, that just happened. That's our first loss of the day. Grateful is on the sim side. 8.1 to 7.9, kind of flattening out on the TTM, so 9.0 to 8.1 to 7.9. So we could see further push up. Let's see what's going on a 3-minute chart. 9.8 to 10.0 to 10.6 to 11.6. So it does look like over time we're actually still stacking up on the TTM here. You can see the flag that's formed on. It's much more clear on the 3-minute chart, but you can see it there. Time will be at 80. I can't read it. 8:03. $6.5 to 8.4 on the 8 o'clock TTM. We got red dots all the way along here. I'd like to see a switch to a green. And I was saying about 15 minutes, so about 8:15 or so, for this 5200 crossover if we get it. If we get that, it likely is going to be a nice strong move to the upside. Go back a little bit. Next one's going to be at 8:05, which is just in about 45 seconds. By the way, guys, if you're chilling, y'all hanging on, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It does help the channel grow more than you guys might think, and it does help our Discord community grow, which we're really trying to put a lot of emphasis on growing that community because that is a great place for traders to exchange ideas. $39.58, still consolidating at this level, waiting for 8:05, which is just right now. New candle inbound. Come on, a little lag there. From 8.5 to 10.0 on the TTM, and this is looking good to breakout now, unless we just pull back off these levels. But 39.60 now is becoming a lot more possible. 6.7 to 6.2 to 6.0 on the 1-minute TTM, and checking in on the 3-minute TTM. 3-minute is from 10.6 to 11.9 on the current candle. Join the bid here off 59 and a quarter, and I'm looking for a move up through 60. I'm looking for a move early up to 63. Here's a little pop here. Pulling back down to 59 and a quarter. That's a really big drop. Look at that. So we got in on this like pop here. We got in on 59 and it popped up to 61 and a half and then rejected heavily down to 56. We may have to cut this trade. We are down in it pretty heavy. But that pop like didn't work out. Basically it popped up off that consolidation and then immediately rejected. So this breakout, in my opinion, potentially failed. And I may have to cut this any moment here. It's a lot of selling pressure yet again. Again, we're going to be extra cautious in our evaluation today as a result of this this momentum here. Cutting that. That was just too much of a loss. Went from 30.75 all the way back down to 10.50. Still over a K on the day. So we're still all right, but at the same time, easy come, easy go. That's trading. Pulling back heavily now. Like I said, I want to see it hold 39.50. Some major selling pressure there. You can see it's stacking up here in the bulls bears. Looks like we're getting a bounce off 54 off of the 26 SMA there, but I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to pull back to the 35 and maybe even the 50. I'm going to reduce this to 6 ticks because we had 2 trades that we had the opportunity to get out with just less profit, and we didn't because our sell orders were above what they ripped to. So we're dropping this down to 6 ticks. Checking this on the 3-minute chart. 3 minutes getting some cool off from 12.2 to 12.1 to 10.6. So getting some pretty solid cool off there, which honestly is a good thing. I actually think that like when you're just continuing to rip and just put in new highs and stuff like that, it's honestly really hard to trade. It's weird because you think you just buy long and just keep it, but at the same time it could crash any second, and just like what happened here. And so it's like when you're trading near those highs, you run that risk. Price action is actually a lot more predictable for me anyway when it's in a range and when it's holding like support resistance levels that make sense. Pulling back to about 39.51, 39.50. Like I was saying, I actually wanted to see a pullback to about 39.50 and then some consolidation at this area along the support line and a pop off that. Because I think 39.50 is a really large psychological level for traders. And so I think that's really important. I think that this 5,200 crossover right there with this green line crossing above this red, I think would be an incredibly powerful move. That's at 39.43 and this one's at 39.40. So my guess was anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes at the time. That was at around 8 o'clock, so about 10 minutes ago. So I don't think this is going to happen in the next 5 minutes, but the next, to about 8:30 or so. So sometime in the next 20 minutes, I would see that this potential is here. This 5,200 crossover, though, could be a nice big move and could help us put in even more highs on the day. So where is the high of the day? Are we on 1 minute? Okay, so the high of the day is technically up at 4014.75 because that was in the overnight session. So that was last night around 6:45 or so. We fell heavily off that. Um, but I think that was on a bounce. I gotta go back to 5 days. So this was last night. Oh yeah, you can actually see it's the same pattern. So it's like drop down heavy and then bounce up and then consolidate and then drop down heavy and then bounce up and then consolidate and then another drop down heavy and then bounce up, and then now we're kind of consolidating here. But you can actually see one thing that's really different though on the 5-minute chart is that this whole time, since about here, the 50, the green line has been below the red, and we're coming really close to actually crossing back over on that, which could give us a pretty strong run up. So 1 second, y'all. I'm just gonna blow my nose yet again. Sickness is almost gone. Still continuing to pull back. Like I said, I want to see 39.50 hold. We did drop below that, but not a lot. TTM still stacking on the 5-minute chart, but I think this is going to cool off a bit. I think that the next real big move is going to be the 5,200 cross on the 5-minute chart. I'm actually going to check this on the 3-minute chart and just see what that 5,200 cross even looks like. So you can see when the 5,200 cross happened on the 3-minute chart here at about 7:45. We got this nice big rip up and subsequent rip as well. So that was the power in this crossover here. So now we're looking for the same crossover move. We're just looking for it on the 5-minute chart. But we are hanging back at the moment. I definitely could have taken some shorts through here. Yeah. Actually, Tiny, it's kind of interesting because I actually see support and resistance as well, like differently now than I did like a year ago. Like I've really been trading with this TTM for about how long now? Probably a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years. I did about roughly a year or so trading it in stocks, and then switched it over to futures, and now it's a little bit different. But TTM aside, around that time that I started using the TTM, I started seeing these moving averages acting a lot as support and resistance as well, as opposed to just the technical levels that I draw in. Although the technical levels that I draw in as well are also incredibly useful, just for giving a solid price level. So I don't know. I see them differently myself. I think this may end up as a U-shaped breakout. So we had this pullback. We hit these highs. Now we're we have this rip up, and when we hit these highs, now we're pulling back some, and we may form like a U-shaped pattern where this will pop up here and come back to around likely somewhere in this level, and then pull back again and then pop off that. So this kind of looks like a potential for a U-shaped breakout. Pulling back down to 46.75, and it was kind of popping a little bit there. We're on the 3-minute chart at the moment. What time is it? Okay, so we just got a 5-minute candle like a minute ago. So let's take a look and see how our crossover is shaping up. This red guy is still at 43, and the green guy is at 40. So we're still about $3 apart. So I'm looking for this at 8:30, which is in about 15 minutes for that crossover to happen. But we could get the U-shape pattern, the U-shape breakout before then, if that does shape up. I'm going to take a look at this on the 1 minute chart. So on the 1 minute chart, I'm going to be looking for a red to yellow on the TTM. The red to yellow move would be sort of like the initiation of that U-shaped breakout if it does take place. In which case, the red to yellow move, I'm going to look for 8 ticks. And went from 6.6 to 7.5 to 7.8, 7.9. So the red to yellow could be very soon, because you can see the gradual leveling off of the TTM momentum. So that's what we're looking for, is that leveling off to happen. That's where the numbers start getting really close together. 6.6 to 7.5 to 7.9. So you can see, and it's now 7.8. So you can see that the numbers are getting closer together. 7.5 to 7.9. It's only a difference of 0.4. So, essentially, and then our next one is 8.1. So we went from 7.9 to 8.1. So only difference is 0.2. So this yellow candle on the TTM could be right now. I'm going to look for an entry here off of I wanted to get in at 48. We got it at 48 and a half. It's not terrible. Looking for a push up to past 50. Looking for 50.5. Watch out for resistance at the EMA 35, and I'm gonna jump to the evaluation side. Let's see what we got available here. 48.75 is an option for entry. I feel like I'm being overzealous, so I'm actually not going to. I'm just gonna sit here for a second. I feel like I'm being a little overzealous. $7.9 to. So that candle actually ended red. 7.9 to 7.9 to now 7.8. It's not enough momentum from the red to yellow switch there. So I need to see a little bit more momentum with that. This did pop up and hit resistance at the EMA 35, which is right at 39.50. Now it's starting to push back down. I'm grateful I didn't take it in the evaluation side. We just went red on the day in the sim. Our interest is 48.5, and this pulled back pretty heavily. I'm grateful I didn't take this in the sim. Like, I'm grateful that I was able to sense that emotion that I was being overzealous, and to I'm gonna cut this trade. Yeah, I'm out. I'm grateful that I was able to sense that overzealousness on the evaluation side and not take the trade, because even though it looked like our setup was about to happen, you can see it rejected. We actually went negative on this, went red on this day here in the sim side, which is fine. We'll get it back, but it's the evaluation side that I really am mostly focused on. And what happened in that moment is I could see some of the selling pressure come in. And even though this was switching to red to yellow, when that was happening, I felt like sort of like a nervousness kind of energy flow through my body. And it was that nervousness energy that flowed through my body that made me feel that I was like, you know what, maybe I'm being overzealous right now. And then I didn't take that trade, and look, it failed to break out on that. So that's why I say, like, that's why my philosophy is that your emotions are not something to be ignored while you trade. It is your body and your mind, your subconscious communicating knowledge and wisdom that your mind, body, and mind, whatever you have internally, whether it's subconscious or not. There is knowledge and wisdom that your emotions and your feelings, your tension, and all that stuff is communicating to you. And it's really important to understand and listen to what that is trying to say, because there's a lot of times that it would have saved me from really bad trades, and a lot of times that it has helped me make a lot of money as well. So that's why I am not of the mindset that you should trade completely agnostic of your emotions and all that type of stuff. I am firmly against that philosophy. I believe that your emotions and your intuition hold knowledge that is otherwise inaccessible to us. Like, we don't even intellectualize it. It's a feeling. And life is a feeling process. And that's how I feel about that personally. Just gonna check in with y'all, see how y'all doing. Yeah, this is really important. You don't let your emotions take over, but you do listen. And I think that's the important part. Um, do well or not well trading, or anything more. I was a bad reactor. Now I'm better. Yeah, like, it's not about letting your emotions take over. It's about listening to what your emotions are attempting to communicate to you. Because the end of the day, like, we as humans, when we feel a strong reaction or a strong emotion or a strong intuition, it's not like it's not there for no reason. Like, it's there for a reason. We don't need to react to the emotion that's there. We can simply look at it and be like, what is this attempting to communicate to me? If you can just have enough composure to ask that question, um, life becomes easier. All of it, not just trading, but all of life becomes easier if you can have the composure to be able to ask yourself that question: what is this emotion that I'm feeling, and why am I feeling it? Why is this here? What is it? What is this emotion attempting to communicate to me? If you can figure that out, man, like, you can have a much happier life. Yeah, our emotions are valuable. And I just think that I think that the philosophy and the idea that you should trade completely emotionless as if you're a robot, is flawed to its very core. And that is my hot take of the day, if you will. Uh, I personally think that your emotions are one of the greatest wells of knowledge that exists within humanity, and within each person. And I think that if you can just be able to be like have the composure to just ask, what is this attempting to communicate to me? I think everything just becomes easier. Life becomes easier, becomes more clear. I'm gonna check in on that 5 minute chart and see how we're doing on this. You can see that the crossover, so the 50 is curling downward. That does not look good for that crossover to happen. We need this 50 pointed in the upward direction. Doesn't matter if the candles are going down or up, but this 50 needs to be pointed in the upward direction. You can see that that is curling downward now. Pulling back on TTM from 6.0 to 2.7. That's a major drop in momentum. but you can also see it's a major drop on the chart as well. Looking for 830. This is just in about 4 minutes or so. I don't think that this crossover is going to happen at 830 because of that curling downward. So at peak, it was at like 40 and a half, and now it's pulled back down to 39 and a half. So it's pulled down like $1. So you really want to see this 50 actually get above that 200 in order to continue the upward momentum of this move. Switch to the 1 minute. So 1 minute got a couple yellows in here, 11.9 to 11.8 to 11.7. So no real momentum there. Visually it looks good, but when you look at the numbers are basically flat. So because they're flat, that's not enough to take a trade off of. Down 675 in the sim. Our top of the day was up 3,075 in the sim. We're still up 290 in the evaluation though, and I intend to stay that way. I intend to stay up in eval. See if we bounce here and get another move through VWAP. We drop below VWAP, but we're only slightly below it. And when we're only down a couple of bucks from VWAP, it's still possible for us to get back up to it. Although VWAP is up here at 40 and we're currently down at 33. So that's $7. It's not like an insignificant amount. 11.6 to 11.2 now on the yellow side, moving at about 0.4. Volume still looks good, but currently everything's pushing to the downside. We're still up big off that low. Low being 39.14. We're still up at 39.33. ES is down on the day. What was the opening of the ES? I think it was. I know that our high of the day is up at 39.61, so our opening somewhere around there. I don't know what percentage our opening was. I think I have a previous closing. Well, that's not the same as an opening price. I don't know. We're down 14.75 on the day, 14.50 on the day, so we'll just figure it out. Our opening was around 39.46 on the day. This rejection here, that one, which actually rejected the opening price. This rejection here, honestly, may have killed all this momentum out of the day. 51.30, 48.72 in volume. Down, boom, boom. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It truly does help this community grow, and we would love to have you be a part of the community. Back, guys, if you'd like to check us out in the Discord group, make sure you check out our Discord. There's a link in the description. It's also joelstraight.com/Discord. If you would like to say what up in there. We do post our results. We do talk about things like philosophy, trading, dividend investing, cryptocurrency, just the whole nine. We talk a lot about it. Mainly, though, we talk a lot about trading strategies. We talk a lot about, people kind of go over their trades, stuff like that. But it's a great place for traders and philosophers and optimists to get together, and entrepreneurs as well to get together and talk about that stuff. If anybody has any questions about entrepreneurship, feel free to ask me. I've been an entrepreneur for well over a decade, almost 2 decades now. Man, I can't believe it's been that long. So if you guys have any questions about entrepreneurship, I do have some experience, a little bit, if you will. And so moving from 11.0 or 11.2 to 11.0. And we're trying 230 subscribers. We only need like 4 more for it. Last I checked, I think I checked yesterday, something like that. I don't really know where we're at on subs. I think that we're at 226 or something like that. But if we can get up to 230, that'd be awesome. Yeah, we're open to chat about anything. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the red on the day in the sim. I'm still green in the evaluation. And that's what really obviously matters the most to me. Is that so? Yeah, we're up at 226 subs, guys. If we can get up to 230, it'd be amazing. Just 4 more subscribers, guys. Would really make a big difference to the channel's growth and the whole community. Yeah. That's the thing about like reviewing your trades. You have to like almost like do a little book report. By the way, guys, if you're trying to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. So many of our amazing subscribers and amazing community members have joined in Elite Trader Funding to try and earn their funding in the futures market. You can earn funding as low as $10,000 and as high as $300,000. You literally can trade with the whole house. If you use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST, you can lock in a lifetime discount, which is going to be whatever the largest discount is available from Elite Trader Funding at the time. So it can fluctuate, but you'll always be getting the best deal that is available at the time. And so personally, I'm working on 50K evaluation, which allows me 8 contracts in the mini and 80 micros with a $2,000 trailer max drawdown and a $3,000 profit target. So make sure you click the see more details link here so that you can actually understand how these plans work and how you actually earn that funding. But yeah, guys, check them out. Link in the description, promo code JSBEST for a lifetime discount. You guys want to check that out. And let's jump into the charts. I'm going to check in on that 5-minute chart and see how our crossover is shaping up. It's really not. This is at 42 3/4, and this is at 39. So 42 3/4. So now our difference is no longer $3, it's 3.75. So that divergence away from the 50 and the 200 does not look good on the overall. You can see right now all of the indicators, all the moving averages are pointed in the downward direction, indicating that there may be even more downward pressure. We've pulled all the way back to 39.29, and we've been hanging around here, which is about $15 below our opening price. Checking in on the 3-minute chart. So on the 3-minute side, I think I'd be looking for a red to yellow on the 3-minute chart. Not so much on the 1-minute chart, just because this pullback is just so much and so major. So I think a 3-minute yellow TTM would be a lot more reliable. You can see on the 3-minute that we've got this hammer candle that formed at the bottom of this bear run. 8.2 to 10.6. Our next one's going to be at 8:36, which is right now. So we went from 8.2 to 10.6 to 12.6. So movement of 2 points in the downward direction on the TTM. We are popping up a little bit off of 29 up to 34, so that's actually a pretty good pop on that candle. But like I said, I think I want to see a red to yellow on the 3-minute chart. 3 minutes much better at predicting trend than the 1 minute is a lot of the time, especially when it comes to looking for trend reversals. Whew. Excuse me. 1.6 to 12.4. Let's switch this 1 minute chart. We have a possible crossover on the 1 minute. Let's see how things are shaping up on the yellow side. 10.9 to 10.1 to 9.2 to 8.3 to 7.0 to 5.9. So this is actually shaping up pretty decently. 10.0 to 5.9, moving at like 1.0 momentum there. Enjoying the bid here off of 33.5. Looking for a move up to 35.5. So I'm looking for this, basically a 1 minute candle to make a new high. We've got 15 seconds left in this candle. It is popping up some, but this isn't even the candle that I was looking to actually get the trade off of. I'm looking to get the trade off the next candle, but it doesn't really matter if it's this one or the next one. 7.0 to 5.7 on the TTM, to down 4.1 on the TTM, and we're going to have a 3 minute candle here in just 1 minute. I put the sell order here at 35. So we did pop up and hit for a second. I'm just going to take the trade off and take the profit. It looks like it's still going to continue to pop. It did hit 35 again. A little bit of selling pressure coming in. 5.7 to 4.2. That's a move of 1.5 on the TTM side. We still have this possible crossover coming in. And we're just about to see a new 3 minute candle, so I'm going to watch that form here. And I'm looking for a red to yellow on the 3. Didn't get it. Said we went from 10.6 to 12.3 to 13.8. So we're actually continuing to stack to the downside on the 3 minute TTM. Kind of shocking, really, considering that this was a good 3 minutes of pop up, as well as on the 1 minute side, we can actually see that we have a possible crossover inbound, and on the TTM side, it's been slowly stacking 7.0 to 5.7 to 4.1 to 2.5 on the current candle. That's a lot of stack towards that. So like, it's a lot of momentum build. So I'm kind of surprised that that candle that came in on the 3 minute was a red candle. Pulled back at the end of that candle here with some downward pressure from that down wick there. From 4.1 to 2.9 to 1.5. I'd be looking for a cyan switch. Look for the yellow 9 EMA to get above the cyan 12 EMA, and for this 1227 crossover. I'm going to look for all of those things to happen in order to really get in the next trade. So that's going to be a cyan switch, 9 above 12, and 1226 crossover for what looks to be a move up towards potential for VWAP, which is right at 40. Where are we currently at? Currently at 35. How much time is left in this candle? 10 seconds. So we'll see if the next candle pops up. Pulling back some, slightly, but not very much. We're enjoying the bid here. Entered at 36 and a quarter. And there's a little cyan switch there. 9 and 12 are in the same location. I don't want to say it's above, but it's pretty close to being above. I'm tempted to take a trade here on the eval side for a move up towards this EMA 35, just right at 38. Entered at 36.75, and I'm trying to get out of 38. Look for a pop up. Pulled back some. Right at break even on that trade. It's pulling back too heavy now. Just gonna try and get out of 37. Hands over the cover button, ready to kill this. Come on, push up, push up. We're out.
Order filled.
That sucks. We just went red on the day. Down 168.60 on the day now. That's too bad. We're also still in this trade on the sim side. It does look like this is gonna pop, but I can only take so much risk, you know. New candle. That's too bad. We were really close to that. And I just think that I was a little late on the entry, honestly. Frankly, I should have got in closer down here on this trade or on this candle. 9 is above 12. We're coming in for a crossover. It looks really close. Momentum's kind of slowing down, 1.0 to 1.7. Entered at 36 on the eval side. Look for a move up at 37.75. Push, push, push.
Order filled.
All right, so we did get that. That put us back to green on the day, up to 47.10. Not as good as where we were, but we're not red, so you know, I'm not gonna complain. We're still trying to get this trade here on this side. Our entry was 36 and a quarter, and I think I should just get out at 37. The EMA 35 is up at 37 and a half. And the EMA 35, you can see that was actually a really great exit point because the EMA 35 acts as resistance a lot. So a lot of times we'll get these crossover pushes that will push up to the EMA 35. Right now, 9's above the 12, which looks good, very good. We do have a 1226 crossover, which also looks good, but we're still seeing a lot of seller resistance, seller pressure toward that downside. And we got a 5200 crossover to the downside on the 1 minute chart. Pulling up the 3 minute chart here and waiting for red to yellow on 3 minute chart. It looks like it could happen soon. 12.3 to 13.6 to 14.5 to 14.8. So let's see what happens at 8:48, which is just in about 2 minutes. 14.5 to 14.87. So move of 0.2 to the downside on the TTM3, but possible crossover coming in for the TTM3 as well. I want to see that red to yellow on the TTM3. That's looking at 8:48 for that, which is about a minute and a half. Switching over to the 1 minute side, we did get that trade. We're back to flat on the day, so no longer red in the sim. And we're pushing up now to the EMA 35. Let's see, an entry off of 37. Enter to 37, trying to get out at 39 now. I think that there's enough buying pressure potentially to get above the EMA 35 and test the 200 moving average, which is right at 39. 3.8 to 4.4 on the 1 minute chart. And let's check back in on this 3 minute chart. Still waiting on 8:48, which is just about 30 seconds away. And I'm looking for the TTM3 to switch to yellow. See some of our members uploading their trades and images and other things like that into our Discord group. If you guys are not in our Discord group yet, you're definitely going to want to join. We talk about everything from philosophy to trading to entrepreneurship to just anything and everything in between. 14.5 to 14.6 on the 3 minute TTM. New 3 minute candle forming right now. And it did switch yellow from 14.6 to 13.9. So that yellow switch could give us a trend reversal. I want to see the 9 get above the 12 on the 3 minute chart. Obviously, running into resistance on the 3 minute chart at the 200 moving average. So that's acting as a little boo nanny. $14.6 to 13.8. That's looking pretty good. Jump over to the 1 minute side. Hitting resistance there at the E35 on the 1 minute. $14.6 to 14.0 on the 3 minute. Our next one's going to be at 51, which is in 2 minutes from now. And that's pretty heavy resistance that's getting hit there at that 200 moving average. Just going to check in with y'all. It's been a moment since I take a look at the comments. By the way, guys, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We do have a growing community here. I'd love for you guys to be a part of it. So by all means, please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It helps the community grow more than you might think, which helps a lot of other people become better and better traders all the time. We do have an entry here at 37. 14.6 to 14.1 on the TTM. Waiting for the next 3 minute candle, which is just in about 1 minute. We have a possible crossover forming. That's a 12.26 crossover that would be forming on the 3 minute chart. It's honestly going to be a ways away. If it does continue to form the possible crossover, my guess is it'll be about 12 minutes away. So likely around the top of the hour, like 9 minutes or 9 o'clock. Or like 9:03. 20 seconds left in this 3 minute candle from 14.6 to 14.1. I want to see the next 3 minute candle open up yellow, and I want to see it open up below 14, hopefully at like 13.5. Did open yellow. Opened at 13.18, so even better than I was hoping. And so this could give us an opportunity here. Gonna switch to the 1 minute chart. Just take a look at this. 1 minute is actually showing some cooling on the TTM there. The 9 and 12 are slightly curling downward, and the 26 is curling slightly upward. Pretty heavy pullback here. 4.6 to 4.13. May have to cut this trade. We're down 825 in it, 900. Each tick is worth $75 right now, so we're trading 6 contracts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that. Loss of 1,200 on that trade. We had just gotten back to flat. And in the eval side, we took this one trade here that ended up being a red trade. Obviously, we could have just held through it, but then we would have been holding through pretty heavily on the pullback side. And then we did take this 7-tick trade, which is a very nice trade, and that got us back into green. But we were lower down than we were. Trailing max is at 1769, so we're still okay on our trailing max drawdown. Nice big pop up. That actually would have popped up back practically. That was our flat. Our entry was at 37. Wow, we didn't even need to lose that $1,200. I hate when it does that, where it just like pushes down super heavy, and then you're like, I can't take this much risk, and then you cut it, and then it rips right back up. I hate that. There's one thing about futures that does drive me nuts. Obviously, I see that with stocks too, but it's not as common as it is with futures. So a lot of times I end up holding through pullbacks and like it do that thing, and then like it doesn't do it, and I just end up losing more because I was holding through a pull because I was thinking I might do this. That's happened to me more than once. Jump into the 3-minute chart. 14.1 to 13.2 on the 3-minute chart. Next 3-minute candle is going to be at 54. Which is just in about 20 seconds. So we're going to want to see the next 3-minute candle open yellow. Getting some sell-off now, 14.1 to 13.4. New 3-minute candle forming in about 1 second. Here it is. Went from, so we closed this one at 14.1, 13.6, so half a point. Now we're at 13.3. You can see the momentum is kind of slowing down some. And so if this doesn't continue, and this goes red on the TTM, then this could be the end of this little move here, and then we may continue just to push downward. Enter long here at 33.25. 13.6 to 13.2. I'm looking for a move back up just to test 35. I'm actually gonna put that right at 35. One-minute chart telling a different story than the 3. 1 minute's looking more like short this baby. Took that profit off there, made 375 back, down 675 on the day in the sim, up 247 in the eval. We were up 290, took a loss, got a gain. Trading so easy come, easy go. This is popping up. Should have held my original 35, 50 or so, but See if this continues. The reason why I was a little hesitant with that and why I sold it was this 9 below the 12, and it was coming close to a 26 crossover to the downside, as well as close to red on CCM. So that's why we sold that with that little micro profit. Well, 375 is micro, but it's not huge either. It's not as big as some of the trades that we have taken. How you guys doing out there? You red? You green? What's going on? Just curious. I'm hungry. I really would like teriyaki today. Honestly, I love teriyaki. It's probably one of my favorite foods. That and sandwiches. Teriyaki sandwiches. So pulled all the way back up to the EMA 35. EMA 35 acting as really tough resistance. You can see here test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is test 9, which it looks like it's kind of breaking through. Let's check this out on the 3-minute chart. 3 minutes, still working on that 26 crossover. And moving from 13.6 to 12.6 to 11.2. So 3 minutes looking tough. Let's jump back to the 1 minute chart and look for a trade off here. Put this actually at 6 ticks. I definitely could have got that 12 ticks through here that I was interested in getting. Entered at 37.75 and got a really quick 6 ticks. A nice pop up there. Switching over to cyan on the TTM, and we're coming up into testing VWAP area. Just ripped right through it. I was just about to take that trade too. I was considering it anyway. I don't know if I was about to take it. I was considering taking it. Looks like you should have. So did just rip up through VWAP. Now we may see some pullbacks, pulling back potentially to, we pull back to the VWAP exactly just now. We have a possible 5200 crossover again on the 3 minute chart. That's right here and here. The 50 on the 3 is at 37, closer to 38, and 40 for the 200. So we're really close on that. Or sorry, that's on the 1 minute chart. The 3 minute chart still has a 1226 crossover potential right now, and that is going from 12.6 to 11.0, even 10.9 area on the TTM. So I'm going to put this for a stronger move, and I'm going to look to get in here in at 38.75, and I'm looking for a blast off through VWAP. Our next candle, so this is 9 o'clock right here, it's top of the hour. Look for some volatility here at the top of the hour. From 10.9 to 9.1 on the 3 minute TTM. 9 is still below the 12. We're pulling back to the 200 moving average on the 3 minute TTM. On the 3 minute chart. Pulling back to the 200 moving average. You can see the rejection there off the 50 EMA, and then the pullback and then the bounce off the 200 EMA, 200 SMA. 10.9 to 9.2, movement about 1.5 on the 3 minute chart there, on the 3 minute TTM. Tempted to take a move off 38 here, but it's kind of too unpredictable for me at the moment. It was a nice move off of 38. So we had an option to get in at 38. We would have gotten 7 ticks on that. That would have been a really nice trade. So we are coming up to pop up through VWAP. There's like 5 seconds left in this candle, and it is just ripping up. We're almost at our sell order here. I'm just going to take this money off. So made 750 on that trade. Up 525 on the day. Now we're looking for a pullback to like right at VWAP. We have a possible crossover of 5200 on the 1 minute chart, and movement of 2.1 to 2.4 on the TTM. So from 1.6 to 2.1, movement of half a point, and then a move to 2.3, movement of 0.2. Not a huge movement on that. 903 is our next 3 minute candle, just coming in at about 15 seconds. So let's get on that 3 minute chart. 3 minute looking like we have a 1226 crossover on the way. 3 minute chart looking like 10.9 to 8.8, which is great. And 9 still below the 12 on the 3 minute, but it's getting close. Pulling back some, 8.8 to 6.5 on the TTM. I can see pullback to about 38. An entry at 37.75, and I'm looking for a move back up towards VWAP at 40.75. Obviously, we rejected VWAP twice, but with the stacking of the TTM, 8.8 to 6.9. The stacking on the TTM, I don't hate this move. I definitely could have got a better entry though. Instead of 37.75, could have got in down here at like 36. It's pretty heavy sell off there on that, and I was worried that the VWAP would reject, but this could just pop right back up. That's a lot of sell orders though. So I think this is because there's that many sell orders pushed it down this much. I think that it's going to need to sort of consolidate around 39.35 and then bounce off that. And reduce this trade down to 39. 8.8 to 7.0 on the TTM3. We're looking for 906 is our next 3 minute candle, which is in 1 minute. We are about to get a 5 minute candle, so let's jump in on that. 5 minute candle looking like we still are red on TTM, 8.6 to 9.2 to 10.18 to 10.19. So we're potentially about to put in a yellow candle on the 5 minute chart. It was a pretty hefty pullback. Honestly, I kind of wish I didn't take that trade. 10.1 to 10.4 on the 5 minute chart. So 5 minute kind of stacking up a little bit. 5 minute has a long way to go on the 1226 crossover, and if you see the 26 is pointing upward, which doesn't bode well for longs. If this 26 was pushing downward, it would look a lot better. Same with the 9. We need to push upward as well as the 12. Basically, all of our long indicators, all of our EMAs, we need pushing upward, and all of our SMAs, we need pushing downward. Checking on the 3 minute chart. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It really does truly help the channel grow. Yeah, it does kind of look like it's starting to get choppy. Switching back to the 1 minute chart. And you're right, the volume has slowed down a little bit. It's still pretty decent though, by comparison. But there are still like there is less volume than there was earlier in the day. This is continuing to push backwards or push downward. I mean, probably should have cut this trade already. We went past our risk level. Yeah, cutting that trade back down 900 on the day. Easy come, easy go. I could be managing my risk better today on the sim side. On the eval side, I thought we did an okay job of managing that risk. On this loss here, I was a bit miffed that I didn't take any trade through here. But it just wasn't the right setup for me. Honestly, seeing that 9 cross above the 12 right there, but it should have been a good indicator to get in. I know I tried to buy on this rip here, but it just blew right past me. So we did get this one here from 36 to 37.75, which sold right at the very top of the candle, which is very nice. This one was a loss of 7 ticks. So this was a loss of 7 ticks. This is a gain of 7 ticks. But because of fees, we had a net difference, which was that's roughly $50 between the two trades. Switch this over to 4 ticks and just look for scalps. Tried to scalp that, but I was late on my entry. Didn't even get an entry really, but I was trying to scalp that move right there. I was trying to get in at 34.5 and it just blew right past it. So 0.8 to 0.9 on the TTM. So basically kind of flattening. Coming up, probably going to hit resistance at the EMA 35, as has been the case all day. I would just rip right past it. We have a possible crossover on 1226 as well as the 5200 forming. The 5200 is honestly pretty kind of far off, but it says it's forming. So 0.6 to 0.4 on the TTM. Big pop off that like 33 level, and then the run up into hitting this 50 EMA up at 37. So try to join the bid there. Again, it blew past me. Entered way higher than I wanted to at 38.25. Just trying to get out 39.25. I'm gonna jump to the evaluation side and seeing some pullback now. I'm getting hungry, and I think that may be interfering with my trading. That would have been a nice move. I should have taken that on the eval. Entered at 38 and a quarter on a drop. Uh, Looking now to get out at 39 and a quarter. Yeah. I can tell that the hunger is actually interfering with my trading, which is really bothering me. So I may have to go ahead and shut it down now and get some food before I can really continue trading. Just gonna cut that down 1200 on the day in the sim side of things. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, join our Discord group. There's a link in the description. It's just joelstraight.com/Discord. But we do have an awesome community that is growing there. We'd love to have you guys there. And also, guys, if you want to earn funding in the futures market, again, check out the link in the description for lead trader funding. Earn funding as low as 10K and as high as $300,000. Use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST to lock in a lifetime discount. And just make sure you click the see more details so you really understand the product and what these evaluations actually are. Having said all that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down today. And I'm grateful we're ending green in the evaluation side. Red on the sim. I think I could have done a little bit better on managing risk today on the sim side of things, and on the eval side of things, I think we did okay. But I need to get some food in me because I can't seem to trade anymore without thinking about food. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired as a result too. So I'm gonna get some food in me, energize up, and I may come back to the charts. I'm not sure, but yeah, guys, we'll see you in the Discord group where I am going to post my results on the trading day as far as the stream goes. All right, guys, love and appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow and in the Discord group. But we'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 a.m., 10:30 market time. 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. All right, guys. Peace. Love and appreciation.